Peace, love, light, and healing. I want to take a few moments to talk directly to a group of people I care deeply about. Those of you living with chronic pain, not just the kind that flares up after a hard workout, but the kind that sticks around for weeks, months, and even years. The kind that wears on your body, your energy, and your confidence. The kind that makes you question if you'll ever feel normal again. Today, we're talking about something real, something I've lived, studied, fought through, and now I help others conquer every single day. The silent struggle of chronic pain and how biomechanics offers a real, lasting solution. But before we dive into the science, let me share a little bit about who I am and why this matters so much to me. So my name's Neriah. I'm the owner of Iron City Biomechanics, the best in health fitness facility in Birmingham, Alabama. And although I'm in Alabama now, I grew up in a little town in Georgia. I grew up playing sports that I lived on the field, the court, and eventually the weight room. I started lifting when I was about 12 or 13 years old, and it was love at first squat, but soon after, things took a turn for me. I developed tendonitis in both my knees, and, just sitting for long periods of time was like punishment. And, my coaches at the time, their advice was just suck it up. That's just part of being an athlete. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. But then came the military. I pushed myself harder than ever. More pain in my shoulders, more knee issues. I have 2 torn meniscus in my knees, but I still pushed through, and the message I kept hearing, the rhetoric was pain is normal. That is just a part of being an active individual, right? But deep down, I wasn't even educated as I am now, but I knew that something was not right. I tried everything, lifting smarter, programming better, diving into physical therapy, coaching everyone from elite athletes to seniors, but still the pain pattern showed up, not only in me, but in my clients as well. And it wasn't until I fully immersed myself in biomechanics, specifically functional patterns and other functional movement systems, that's when things started to click for me. And that pain that I carried for years was gone. The limits my clients kept hitting, they shattered. The science I thought I understood really turned upside down, and for the best way. And now I just don't coach strength or weight loss. I coach people out of pain. I help rebuild foundations, because when you understand biomechanics, you stop chasing symptoms and start solving the real problem. Chronic pain isn't just physical. It affects your energy, your sleep, your mood, even your relationships. It changes the way you walk, sit, breathe, and eventually the way you think about your own body. You see, your nervous system is in constant defense mode. Your muscles tighten up, your movement patterns become protective. You avoid certain activities, not out of fear, but just out of sheer survival. And what happens next is those compensations start to rear their head. Your body finds workarounds, but they're not efficient. And so one joint picks up the slack for another. Your posture starts to change. Breathing becomes shallow. You're moving, but not that well, and certainly not pain-free. And here's the part most people miss. Pain doesn't always start where it hurts. Your back pain might be from your hips. Your shoulder pain might stem from the way you're walking. And your knee pain, it could be from your feet or your pelvis or just lack of core stability. Now, don't get me wrong. Meds, injections, physical therapy, they all have their place. But too often they treat pain like it's a standalone issue. You get a pill for inflammation, maybe get a massage for tight muscles, maybe a list of exercises to strengthen your glutes. But no one is asking why this area is under stress in the first place. How are you moving or not moving that's creating this chronic tension, the chronic pain that you're experiencing? And that's where, in my opinion, traditional models fall short. They chase the pain, but they don't ask the bigger questions about mechanics, about systems. You see, pain is a signal, it's not a life sentence. Biomechanics, on the other hand, looks at the body as one interconnected system. It's not about training harder, it's not about training smarter. Biomechanics looks at joint alignment, myofascial slings, gait and posture, breathing patterns, and how everything moves together. The goal isn't just to reduce pain, it's to restore function. Because when your movement is efficient, your body stops sending those pain signals just to get your attention. So if I can, let me give you a quick example. Let's say a client comes in with chronic low back pain. A traditional program would strengthen the core, stretch the hamstrings, and maybe mobilize the spine. But when I look at it at a person's gait and movement patterns, I see it's not just the back, it's her hips, his or her hips. His or her pelvis is stuck in an anterior pelvic tilt. Her glutes aren't firing, or his thoracic spine has no type of mobility whatsoever. He's moving like a penguin. And so to fix the structure, you fix the pain. And so, it magically disappears, and there's no pills, no surgery. It's just joint alignment, which helps with that muscular tension, if you will. If you're living with chronic pain, I want you to hear this. You are not broken. You don't have bad genes or a body that's too far gone. You have a body that's really just trying to survive. It's trying to adapt and protect and survive. But adaptation isn't the same as optimization. Biomechanics gives you a roadmap to move differently, move better, so your body can stop surviving and start thriving. This isn't about just fitness. It's about freedom, in my opinion. The freedom to play with your children, to travel with your spouse, the freedom to sleep through the night without tossing, the freedom to walk, bend, breathe without bracing for pain. And so I'll say this in closing. Here's my challenge to you all. Stop looking for temporary fixes. Start looking at your body like a system with patterns, structure, and potential. Pain might be common, but it's not normal. You don't have to live this way, guys. And I'm not here to motivate you. I'm not here to hype you up. I'm clearly here to give you hope with real tools, real science, and a real plan. If you're ready to take that next step, if you want to move without pain, live without limits, reach out, book a no sweat intro, ask a question, start the conversation, because healing is possible. And it starts by understanding the one machine you live in every day, your body. So gratitude for listening. I'm Neriah Franklin, and I help humans move better, because when you move better, you live stronger. If this message resonated with you, or maybe potentially someone that you know, share this video with them. And if you're ready to rebuild from the ground up, Iron City Biomechanics is here for you. We don't fix people. We just simply help you fix yourself through the power of movement. Peace, love, light, and healing.